Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our weekly stream. I was a couple of minutes late here because I have a meeting after meeting, as always. But welcome. Now we are here every Wednesday at 1 p.m. AST to talk about everything that has anything to do with SEO and AI visibility, how you want to call it, GEO, AEO, pick your favorite acronym. I'm Anne Smarty. I have been an SEO for more than 20 years. I've seen it all, which is something we are going to discuss today, by the way. And now I'm the co-founder of my very first SEO and GEO agency that is based in New York, where we provide very boutique services to businesses because that's the only way we can do SEO, to be honest. We don't scale. And this is also the topic of today's video. With me today and always, my co-host and our director of social, April. She is great at many, many things, but she's not that deep in SEO, so she will be able to discuss other aspects of this industry and also ask questions and bring your questions to discuss as well. So wherever you're watching us from, please ask your questions on social media. We stream to LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and our Facebook business page. And in theory, we are able to see all your questions. Sometimes they don't go through, but in most cases, we can see your questions in here. So please ask some. Today is a little bit of walkthrough history of SEO and lessons that we start forgetting because our industry is getting younger. There are SEO degrees in colleges these days. There are a lot of young people coming into our industry without that experience that we've gone throughout the years, and we start repeating the same mistakes again with GEO or AEO, trying to find quick ways into the AI visibility. So let's talk about SEO first. Like I say, I have been in the industry for many, many years, so I can speak from that experience, luckily, which helps me avoid a lot of mistakes, and I'm able also to see noise through the noise that is overwhelming in our industry for sure, and it is very hard to cut through, especially if you not that deep in the top, all those flashy headlines and all of that. By the way, I do curate and moderate our own subreddit, which is free from that noise. We try it to be very on topic. We talk about SEO for AI there. You can Google it, or I'm hoping someone from the team will comment with the link as well. It's SEO for AI on Reddit. And we talk about all those important things, and we do not allow geo spam. Let's call it like that. So what has been SEO? Historically, SEO community were very prone to finding shortcuts to rankings, to find something that can get their websites ranking and do it fast. Historically, from what I can remember, it has been dangerous for the website because all those shortcuts were working. Some of them still are, but it's always temporal. So at some point we discussed keywords. So we started creating a new page for every possible keyword. Those pages were for SEO, for Google, not for people. So Google came out and introduced Panda updates. Those were fighting those unuseful, unhelpful multiple landing pages that were only search traffic getaways to the website, somehow monetized. Then we were discovering one easy link building tactic after another. Those included a sponsored guest post. I'm a little guilty for that trend. Paid links, directory links, or articles directories, all of those were a PR syndication. All of those, one after another, stopped being effective. And Penguin updates, they were 4 years. They were actual updates, but Google have learned, thanks to those updates, how to identify those unnatural link building tactics, and now they are part of core algorithms. So they're still there. It's not just they're not just announced, but we know for sure that most of the easy links do not work, and those that work unfortunately do not work for too long. There were lots of big brands that had to lay off 90% of their teams because of those updates and losing most of the traffic from Google. And as you know, Google's traffic is very hard to replace. And businesses were not ready for that. There were lots of other lessons, including site reputation abuse, including all kinds of different other tactics that some of them still work, but not for too long. So how it has been working in SEO. You create a website, you utilize some of the well-known shortcuts or tactics, you gain your traffic within 1 or 2 months, you monetize it the way you can, whether it's affiliate links, whether it's your service, your course, your ads. Then it lasts for at least about 6 months. Some of them may be 1 year before it is actually penalized or filtered by algorithms. You sell the website, or you start a new one before that you lose that one. This build and flip tactic is well known. There is nothing new about that. What is confusing for businesses is that they cannot do it unless they plan exit, unless they plan to start a different business or a different website, because they always stop working. In GEO, there are a few other dangerous tactics that work quickly. Let's admit that. That is listicle spam that has gone insane for 2 years now. It's not working anymore because it's not working as well. Let's put it like this, that it's not working as well anymore because Google is not ranking those artificial listicles that well, and most of LLMs can now tell self-serving or spammy listicle from a good one. So it's almost a waste of money at this point. And if you do have something working now, it is going to stop working soon, or you even promoting your competitor through those listicles. Reddit spam that is being done mostly for LLMs as well also is not as easy anymore because Reddit knows how to, is very aggressive against spam at this point. I posted on my LinkedIn just a few days ago at how it's the worst time to be a Reddit spammer because Reddit announced the new update, which we, by the way, had announced before it was officially announced because we saw that happening all over the place with different accounts in our subreddits. I've seen that in my own subreddit because I saw a lot of people being not allowed to post anymore without me even doing anything. So that was a huge automated update to Reddit. What else? Oh, and the biggest and the most dangerous one is AI generated content that was working temporarily. I can be sure of that because we could see some of those companies being both ranking and cited by ChatGPT. and other LLMs. I think that was mostly ChatGPT that we were tracking at that point, and they are now nowhere in Google. So they did achieve a quick visibility in LLMs, but they lost their Google visibility. And the big issue with Google is that it is very easy to lose your Google visibility. It takes years to build that trust back. And unless you are ready to give up on your business or your website and start from scratch, from fresh start, you cannot risk losing Google visibility and using those quick wins. So where it leads me, and it's like I posted on LinkedIn today, it's almost embarrassing to say these obvious things, but the good old truth is still there. If it's too easy, it is not competitive. It's not going to work for too long, because if it's too easy, if you can scale it, then everyone else can. Trust me, all those tactics are very quickly well known. All those hacks are very quickly widely known. So everyone who does not know better starts using them. So how do you stand out? How you can remain competitive if you are doing the same thing that everyone else is doing? That's why they do not work in the long run. What should be done instead? I've talked about that a lot, and we'll also discuss this today again as well. But if you want Reddit visibility, you invest in authoritative, transparent, branded visibility on Reddit. You do that right. It takes time, but it's sustainable. Once you build it, you can use it in so many ways. We have clients who started with us for reputation on Reddit. Now it's a lead generation channel because we do MAAs, and they generate lots of leads and actual customers because you show your real expertise or your team's real expertise. We announce special deals in one of our subreddits. We achieved 1,000 subscribers at some point, and we announced this milestone on a subreddit, and we gave a special discount to our Reddit listeners or subscribers or readers, and we had in a couple of days like 99 users of 98 users of that discount. It was an exclusive one, and that all sales. I think we calculated it was like 80,000 worth of sales. So you can, after you achieve something on Reddit, there are many, many ways to make use of that channel. It becomes not just reputation or LLM food, as many of our leads are looking for that. And it's good. It's our KPI for sure. We want our branded or our niche subreddits to be cited by LLMs for sure, and we track that as a KPI, but it doesn't end there. Reddit may become much more powerful lead and sales generation channel once you build it right, which takes time, but then you can use it in so many other ways. Trust me, you cannot build that many sales that fast in ChatGPT, for example, as we did on Reddit just a couple of days ago. So it is a really powerful channel if you do not try shortcuts there, if you try to invest in doing it right. Same with backlinks or brand mentions as they are being discussed on Reddit. There's a common question there. Is brand mention are brand mentions better than links at this point? No, they are not. I would focus on link building tactics that bring you both links and brand mentions, but you do it right. You invest in studies that are unique enough and original enough and interesting enough so that no other have them, and then LLMs have no other choice but keep citing you for those studies. They may take 3 months to create and promote. It's not like this. It's not automation. There's no AI generation automation there, but it is it is a long-term asset that you can build and update for years to come after that, and they will keep bringing all the new signals for many months after their publication. So there is, if something is easy, it's not going to work long term. I guess the biggest takeaway here, because as an industry somehow we are too noisy and we clutter all the social media and the whole internet with those hacks. So business owners are also looking for those, and it is very hard to explain to a lot of people why we need to spend 6 months building a subreddit if we can buy comments and get our brand mentioned just like that within a week. Well, it is, to me, it is obvious why, for many reasons. Of course, the risks of spamming Reddit should always be part of the consideration here, but also there is no long-term strategy. The only thing you can achieve by just spamming Reddit is being penalized there, as a brand being known as a spammer there. This is the outcome that you are expecting. Whereas if you invest in long-term strategy, your outcome may be so many good things, just like with any other channel. I would say any other channel is like that. YouTube is another very valuable LLM food, as long as you do it right. And it also can become a huge business driver as well, a huge source of leads and everything else. It's another very frequently forgotten channel, but it is also, just like credit, needs time. That's probably why it is not as commonly abused, because it takes time to build visibility on Reddit, on YouTube as well. So the right channels that deserve the right approach, because there are so many good things after you do it right, not just LLM food, because LLMs are not nearly there yet to deliver consistent business. Unfortunately, to all those GEO advertisers that are all over Reddit, LLMs, including ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Perplexity, do not drive as much business. So instead of trying to train them to build your visibility there as fast as possible, it makes sense to develop all other great channels for your future visibility everywhere else. So with that, let's discuss some questions, if there are any, or feedback or anything else. I know April had a few as well, but let's see what we can discuss here.
So my first question is, are there any quick and safe methods for increasing visibility that actually work?
Well, I'm pretty sure, yes, I'm pretty sure that there are lots of different ways you can drive business quickly, especially at the beginning. None of them are 100% organic. Ads is one example. You can advertise your business and quickly get attention. Influencer marketing is another quick way, if you do it right. Again, if you invest in the right influencers, if you do not just use some influencer engagement platform and do it manual and right. Collaborating with well-known newsletters in your industry. All of that drives business, and quick business. The only thing with quick, and those are all good ways, and those are not spammy ways for sure. And they will drive attention and branded searches. So instead of just doing that, I would definitely also do some homework and work on your reputation, organic search reputation, making sure that you are visible for your brand name, you're findable for your brand name, your other channels are visible and findable for your brand name. So that organic homework definitely is something you should be doing. So in my understanding, a good strategy is combination of everything you can do quickly right away and experiment with things, be it Google Ads, influencers, advertising, working with publishers, or anything like that. And organic building at the same time, building organic visibility, because it just takes time. And that would be developing long-term channels. First of all, that's your website. Secondly, that could be whatever is influencing your customers, whichever platform. Usually it's Reddit and YouTube. Those two work just about for any industry. In my experience, usually a good idea for just about anyone, but there could be also Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, whichever channel you think is a good idea. I would keep developing all of that simultaneously with everything quick you use to drive immediate business. I would say this is a good combination. It's never just organic, but definitely once you build organic visibility anywhere, be it Google, Reddit, or YouTube, that is when you can almost that is like your success. At that point, your business will just go up and up if you do it right.
In your newsletter, you mentioned like how like proprietary content is like really important now for like visibility and stuff. Like, how do you come up with ideas for that?
Yeah, April will discuss that in a minute. She is the one responsible for those ideas. What I wanted to say before that, Google also calls it non-commodity content. That is all kinds of absolutely unique. So everything that's 100% unique to your brand doesn't exist anywhere. And usually, the best way to create something 100% unique is to rely on your unique customer data or your unique experience. Uh, Usually, it's almost the combination of that, because it cannot exist anywhere else. That's your unique data that you can publicize and no be kind of the leader, the thought leader in that niche. What it is being very promoted. That notion is being very well promoted by Google now. It's included in their official guidelines that you need to have something unique, not what everyone else has, because AI cannot do that for you, because they don't have experience, they don't have unique data. They can only repurpose anyone else's. And at that point, when you keep creating something truly unique, that's when you see all the great signals, including LLM citations, that lead to your website. As to how to brainstorm those ideas, a lot of ways. I would definitely start with what you have. Look at your customer base, look at your unique story, look at your experience, look at what data you collect from your customers. Maybe there are some great trends to report on from there. April is great at researching public data and creating some unique angles from that. I know we started doing a lot of overlaying of different data sets and coming up with unique experience data from there. So, April, how do you research and find ideas for our clients?
Well, like you said, like the overlaying ideas, like creating indexes. Like, let's say you're like a new client, you don't really have, or like a new brand, you don't really have like your own data yet. You can like just think about like what you would want to know about like your field. Let's say you do like you like make toys or something, like kids toys. So your target audience would be like parents and like maybe younger parents of younger kids. So then like what would they want to know? Like maybe they would want to know like what cities are the best for like raising young children. And like there's like so many things out there that answer that. Like they're kind of just like made up. Like there's a lot of like made like things that like just opinion pieces and stuff like that. And like but you can go way further than that and find like a bunch of different data sets to create like that comprehensive picture to answer that question. and like that can't be replicated because you went through and found all these different data sets, and it's data driven, which is like, and for like sharing on Reddit, that's really important. Like Reddit really doesn't like the opinion stuff. They're, if you post something like that, they'll be like, where is this coming from? Like clearly this was, if you post something that's just like an article of an opinion about the best cities, that's not backed by any research or anything like that, they're not going to like that probably. And because there's also, that's just like a dime a dozen. But if you go like really far and bring together all these different data sets to answer the question, they'll actually, we've had like huge success with that. And journalists really love that too because it's unique, and Google really loves that too because it's unique. And LLMs really seem to love it too because whenever we've made something like that, it usually like comes up in the or AI or reviews or in the LLMs really fast. So you just have to go like a step beyond and back up all the claims that you make with data and stuff like that. Like data is really powerful for like a lot of different reasons. So especially
Yep.
reputable data. And if you combine a bunch of different sets, that adds like weight to what the infographic or study is claiming. So
Yep. And the only thing here, definitely don't try to do what everyone else is doing. The cool thing about being this thorough and unique, and we've been doing that for 16 years at least, and we never had to do a lot of competitive research for our clients, because anytime we try, they never do something cool like that. So we cannot even um, we get inspired by what they are doing, because it's very easy to stand out. For that same reason, everyone is investing in something easy. Those unique and complicated and very thorough studies are not easy. So it's very easy to stand out. Same with Reddit. Everyone is trying to spam Reddit and gain some temporal wins from there. But if you invest in a long-term Reddit strategy, you will be ahead of your competitors within 6 months for as long as you exist. It's like you create something real, and it's very easy to stand out with that, because so few businesses are ready to invest into something real, which makes no sense at all. In my mind, as a business owner, I would definitely prioritize my brand versus quick wins, because I've been existing based on my brand name and changing projects. The projects and workplaces change, my brand is always there, and I cannot imagine losing it over a quick ranking gain. So I really don't understand how those businesses exist with those business decisions. But investing into something real helps you really become the head of the game after a few months or years of doing that, because not many businesses do. And I guess this is the best takeaway from today's streamline, is that people don't realize that, businesses don't realize that, but it is so easy to build your brand once you do something right, exactly because most of your competitors are not ready to do that, and they will do those shortcuts, temporary wins, instead of doing something real. With that, I do have to jump to my next meeting. I'm really looking forward to my vacation, by the way. Thank you so much, April. See you all next week. Please subscribe ansmarty.com. This is where I announce those weekly meetings, videos, and also give a lot of more context on each topic, with links for the reading and all of that fun. So please subscribe ansmarty.com, and see you next week with another great topic to discuss. Thank you and have a great day, everyone. Bye.